Architects, Rock Mornings, Brian and Gene. Tuesday means Grant Bilse, Wisco Sports Show. Always a pleasure to talk to Grant. We'll do that just after 8 a.m. We'll let you know what's new on New Release Tuesday. We're going to talk about grilling. We're going to talk about spicy foods. All sorts of stuff. Gene's rocking a tank top today.
I am. It's hot
because of the heat?
It's hot.
Yeah.
Friends.
I know. I was dying again yesterday. The one thing that's different about dying when you're mowing your lawn and stuff versus dying while you're doing an Oktoberfest parade is that I could just go in at any time and get out of the heat and into the air conditioning. The parade just sort of keeps going until it stops, and I had no real options there in terms of taking a break.
Today's another day to watch yourself. If you're working outside, you got to stay hydrated. Speaking of taking breaks, Brian, that's a great idea. Take those breaks if you can. Get in the truck, maybe for a while under a shade tree and take a break. I know people starting their jobs earlier to try to beat the heat as well. This morning it's not so bad. There is, as a matter of fact,
really
some fog in some areas as things kind of lift up this morning, but another heat index in effect today.
Yeah, I was sweating to the oldies yesterday while I was mowing the lawn and then washing out my truck and cleaning out the bed. So
like jazzercise kind of thing?
No, just sweating and I'm old and listening to AM radio and it was hot while I was working on that stuff, but needed to get done, and I'm glad it's over and whatnot, and got the text that the camper got set up yesterday, so we're good to go. Found out that it's got the TV in it, so that's one less thing we got to bring. We were worried about having to bring a television for inside the camper, when you're chilling and
it sounds like things are going to slowly dip a little bit to where the weekend might be a little bit more towards normal versus
I think
this heat.
Saturday might be okay. I mean, look, it's going to be in the mid-90s pretty much all this week. Yeah. And whether you're in La Crosse or you're in Chippewa Valley or in Eau Claire or wherever you're at, it's going to be in the 90s. It's going to be swassy, and we'll just deal. That's what we got to do.
Extreme heat warning in effect, by the way, speaking of, for Eau Claire and Chippewa and Dunn, Pepin, Pierce, Polk, Rusk, St. Croix counties. That's today. So heat indexes possibly over 102. So be wary of heat stress and heat exhaustion, heat stroke, and then heat advisories for basically the rest of Wisconsin. Basically, that's it, everybody.
Busy yesterday after work, getting everything ready for Rockfest, getting ready to load up and hit the road this afternoon and be up there by sometime around, 2 o'clock, somewhere around there, get the camper going and get everything in the camper. And busy. Found out that we have some kind of animal digging a hole in our backyard.
We have a garden mouse. Is it small like that?
No, it's much bigger.
Okay.
It's bigger. I don't know exactly what it is. I haven't seen it, but it's bigger. Look, we got a bird feeder back there, and so we have a lot of birds. The squirrels, of course, come through the yard. They enjoy it. Chipmunks, right, that run along. Bunnies, we've got those. I've seen those in the backyard. But yesterday when I had a bunch of sand in the back of my truck from when my guy Chuck and I were putting together our fire pit, or my fire pit. And, after you put the rocks in the hole, you got to put the sand in, right? And then you level that off, and then you start putting the pavers down and all that. And we haven't gotten there yet. But so a lot of that sand was still in the back of my truck, and I needed to empty it out yesterday because I got to put a bunch of crap back there to go to Rockfest. So I'm shoveling out all the sand, and I got a couple of empty Rubbermaid tubs that I'm shoveling the sand into. Well, I had a bunch left over, so I went and got my wheelbarrow, which is between my shed and my fence.
And you found the hole?
And
you found the varmint? When
I picked up the wheelbarrow, it was covered in all this dirt and mud and muck, and I was like, what the hell? And then right underneath it, basically, was a hole, and it's about this big around. So I don't know, what goes in a hole that big around?
Well, I don't know.
It's probably, and I don't live that close to the river, but we do have a slough, by our house, little, a flood waterway or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it's.
You're by Pamela Creek, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. But it's not really a creek, right? It's a
runoff area.
It's a man-made runoff area for flooding, right? Yeah. So it's not like it's not a place where you would think
gopher?
Beavers.
Is it a gopher?
I don't know. How big is a gopher?
Could be like a squirrel size, small squirrel.
Well, whatever it is.
Groundhog? I doubt you have a groundhog.
Whatever it is, it's behind. It's between the shed and the fence. I can't believe it's back there because the dogs, we let them out. And
Probably a mole.
No, it's way too big to be a mole. It's this big. Look at this. It's this big. Moles are like yay big. I've had moles before. The woodchucks burrow? Do they go in the ground?
I don't think you've got a woodchuck living on.
No, but do
house.
they burrow? I mean, like, do they go in the ground?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay,
I think that's
so
just like groundhogs and voles and moles.
It's
and
this big around. And so when I took the
chipmunk, a big fat chipmunk.
it's about the size of what am I looking at here? Well, how big is that?
A coffee can, maybe.
Yeah, about a coffee can, about the size of a coffee can.
Probably. Well, I think I don't think you'd have a.
Well, when I brought the dirt back there, the sand that was in the wheelbarrow, I started throwing it in the hole. It can obviously dig through that, but I don't have time to deal with this right now, so this thing's just going to be back there until we get home from Rockfest.
A flashlight and try to stick your face down in there?
No, I've got some M80s, and I think I'm just going to throw them down there.
Don't do that. What is it? You don't know?
I don't care. It doesn't belong in my yard. Rats, bats, cats, anything. Nothing. No. Doc texting in. It's not a mole. It's too big.
It's too big.
I'm telling you, it's as big as a coffee can, the hole that this thing is coming out of.
Okay. Is it like... Let's talk about the soil pattern around the hole.
Well, it's at an angle, right? So it's going down like this,
yes.
And it's kind of humped up on the top a little bit. And then all of the dirt that it must have used or dug out is sort of in front of the hole there, right? It was kind of over the...
It can't be a raccoon, could it?
The raccoons don't burrow, though. They don't dig into the ground.
They could make a hole, for sure.
Woodchucks go underground? Do they go... I have no friggin' clue. Like what...
You haven't seen nothing?
No. I haven't seen anything.
You haven't heard anything living underneath your house?
No. The shed is way back by the train track, so it's not.
Okay.
It's not up by the house.
All right.
Yeah. So, anyways, well, I do have that flamethrower, so maybe a little celebratory wake and bake one morning after we get the fire pit in.
Skunk?
I think I would. You'd see a skunk, right? You'd know.
You'd see any of them.
All right.
Raccoon?
Well, I got some kind of animal living in my friggin' yard right now.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
Several text messages rolling in about my giant hole in my backyard between my shed and my fence where I discovered some sort of animal is burrowing and living back there.
It's a gopher, probably.
Somebody said most likely a woodchuck. Aaron said it's definitely a badger.
It's definitely not a badger.
Doc said a mole, and I said it's too big of a hole to be a mole. And he said if you're going to use an M80, kicking wing wins twice. Also got a text from Jack. Said I have a woodchuck burrowed under my shed in my backyard. Put used cat litter around the burrow hole to get rid of it. It simulates a wild large cat and should scare it away.
Really? Well, you have that.
And I just said that. I got plenty of used cat litter.
That won't be hard to come by at your house.
Yeah, so in fact, I might be able to do that today. So when I get home, because the wife's got to clean out our cat's litter boxes before we leave, so they're fresh and ready to go for the long haul here. There should be plenty of that left over, and I'll check on the hole, see if he's redug it, which I'm sure he has, because it was just, it's like playground sand. It's not like I packed it down or anything like that, but if that doesn't solve the problem, then the flamethrower is getting used a little early.
I'd say it's
I'm going to have a roasty, toasty woodchuck in my backyard is what I'm going to have. A little toaster oven, underground toaster oven.
Have you ever seen a woodchuck back there?
No, I've never seen anything that would go in a hole that big in my backyard. Like, all the things that you...
gopher or...
the things that you think of that would burrow in a hole that big. And again, I'm telling you, it's this big. I'm not like... We had moles when I was growing up, and my dad would catch them, and they're tiny little things, right? Mm-hmm. Anyways, we'll see what it is. I'm not dealing with it till I get back from Rockfest. I'll try the kitty litter thing if the hole has reopened when I get home this afternoon, but after that, it's just I'm going to put it off till next week. Conair recalling more than 12,000 Cuisinart grill and pizza oven combos. Multiple consumers reporting the tempered glass window shattering. And one instance of the appliance catching fire. These were sold at Walmarts nationwide. The recall includes 12,660 Conair Cuisinart Propel Plus 4-burner 3-in-1 gas grills with pizza ovens. Again, sold at Walmarts nationwide. No injuries have been reported, but the tempered glass window on the pizza oven can apparently shatter during use, increasing the risk of serious injuries. Products were sold nationwide at retailers including Walmart, Lowe's, and Cuisinart.com, $500 to $750. So if you got a Cuisinart 3-in-1 pizza oven outdoor grill thing, then you may want to look at that because it's been recalled. Olive Garden is doing the pasta pass again. Olive Garden's annual never-ending pasta bowl is coming back August 31st through November 22nd, right? So if you want to be gluttonous and load up on the pasta, you can do that. For the first time in 6 years, they're bringing back their fan favorite, the never-ending pasta pass. Remember these? $100
Yes, I do. And then it's like...
And it sells out in 6 seconds. So basically, for $100 plus tax, pass holders can enjoy unlimited pasta for the duration of the promotion, plus a week of early access. So, yeah, first time in 6 years, they're bringing back the Pasta Pass. Unlimited access to the never-ending pasta bowl for 13 weeks includes the entire duration of the promotion, along with a full week of early access before it opens up to the non-pass holding public. Now, anybody can go into Olive Garden and take advantage of the never-ending pasta bowls, which are, again, August 31st. But you got to pay for that. But the Pasta Pass is a one-time fee, and then you can go in pretty much every day of the week.
And in theory, you could go in every day, but I don't know that anybody's doing that. But it does go for 3 months.
Yeah, that's a lot of pasta.
Yes, almost too much.
The pastor who told his neighbor to come get these hands after he was threatening his family and talking about raping his kids and his wife and all that stuff. His name is Tony Spell. He is in Louisiana. Central pastor Tony Spell has to stay 50 yards, at least 50 yards away from the home of his neighbor that the church leader is accused of attacking. The protective order was filed in the court down there in Baton Rouge last week. The order states that Pastor Spell is only allowed to get closer than 50 yards from the home when he walks over to check his mailbox. He also has been prevented from communicating with the 20-year-old neighbor or his family in any way. I don't think this pastor wants anything to do with this guy. In fact, I think he'd rather that him or the other guy leave town.
Somebody else moves away.
Right, yeah.
You go over there.
Yeah, this guy landed in jail back in June on a charge of second-degree battery. We all saw the video. Yeah. This dude was, apparently threatening this guy's wife and his kids and had been doing it for a long time and lives across the street from this guy's church. And then he finally said enough is enough, and now he's got to stay away from this guy.
Which I'm sure everybody's happy about. Stay away. Stay away.
What is the guy going to get? Is the guy going to get anything? Because it sounds like that dude's a lunatic as well. The bison video that we saw.
Oh, my gosh.
As soon as the bison stood up, the grandfather's like, no, we're out of here. For whatever reason, the bison, who was still like 50 to 100 feet away, just charged them. The grandfather eventually got hooked, got tossed into the air. They were doing the right thing. They just bad luck.
Yeah, very bad luck. Well, the grandfather has been identified now.
Surgery. Didn't he have surgery?
Yes, he had some pretty severe injuries, broken leg, and I'm guessing it was a compound fracture because he had to have surgery on that. Carl Isom McDaniel, cracking jokes as he lay in severe pain after suffering multiple broken bones in the encounter with the bison at the Bridge Bay campground near Yellowstone Lake. A witness telling the New York Times that the 65-year-old was traveling with his grandson when the bison, of course, became a bit upset and went after Carl. Video showing him running around the trees trying to get away before the bison eventually catches up to him and yeets his ass into the air. People in the area, including the photographer who took the viral video, able to distract the bison and help get this guy to the hospital. This guy, apparently suffering some broken bones and had to have surgery. Not good.
No, well, he flew in the air.
Oh, he went down hard, man. He went down real hard. FBI is offering up $15,000 for information leading to the discovery of a person who left a newborn baby in a porta potty at that Electric Forest Music Festival back in June.
This is in Michigan, wasn't it?
Yeah, so the FBI now involved in the case of a newborn baby's body that was found in a portable toilet at a West Michigan music festival. The body was found back on June 28th in the camping area of the Electric Forest Music Festival, which is an annual event held at the Double JJ Ranch in Rothbury. Officials providing very few details about the circumstances. They did say early into the investigation that the body was discovered by an employee of the restroom company that had come to clean the porta potty out. Police said on Monday that the preliminary autopsy findings indicate the infant was viable and was born alive. And now the FBI has gotten involved, and they have a $15,000 reward leading to the identification, arrest, and conviction of the individual or individuals involved in the death of the infant. So at first, when the story broke, they were talking about trying to find the mom, and maybe she's in some sort of medical, emergency, and now it's turned into some sort of criminal investigation, and hopefully they find that person. It's just all that's disgusting. And more information about that deadly crash in Lake Pepin. 2 of the 3 that were killed on that pontoon boat were Wabasha firefighters. So apparently ran into a barge. Hear about?
I mean, I knew about the boating accident. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the names of the victims have not yet been released, but sources have confirmed that 2 of the 3 people killed after a pontoon collided with a commercial barge on Saturday night on Lake Pepin were firefighters with the Wabasha Fire Department. The names of the victims not yet released, but a prayer service scheduled last night at the Faith Church Lutheran in Wabasha. The Lake City mayor posting on social media that the city is mourning the loss of the firefighters, calling it a heartbreaking loss. Anytime you have people dying in a boating accident.
Yeah, small community, deeply connected, 30-person fire department and their leaders and servants, and there's going to be a open church where people can go and get together with others and a grieving community trying to stay together.
Sports coming up in a bit. Grand Bills a bit later on. Spicy food. We'll be talking about that. Taking your texts about my animal situation in my backyard. Again, I'm not really going to be dealing with it much because I'm leaving later today to go to Rockfest. So I don't care what it is. At some point when I get home next week, I'm going to deal with it. But for now, I'm just trying to figure out, is it a woodchuck? Is it a badger? I mean, I don't know. I mean, what animals burrow? Somebody said fox. Foxes don't dig holes in the ground.
Well, it's not going to, I don't think, it's not big enough for a fox. It's only that, I still think it's some sort of a gopher or groundhog. I don't know if it's a groundhog, but possible. I mean, you're back by that water. It's possible.
You're not that close. I mean, we did have ducks in the front yard when we first
Were there any, girly posters, or did they make, is it a shed? Is there, a bunk bed, or did they move in and make it their own?
They can't get
a lot
into
of
the shed.
space for activities? Did they get underneath
If it was into the shed, if the thing had gotten into the shed, it'd be a much more pressing matter.
Underneath and
there would be
moved in, a little dorm fridge.
I'd have some hillbilly over here, some redneck with his bare hands grabbing this damn thing. So
Noodling into the hole to get your thing?
We'll see. Like I said, as of right now, not a pressing matter, but when I get back on Sunday, we'll start dealing with it.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
Breaking Benjamin, Diary of Jane. Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Somebody texting in snake. If it's a snake that needs a hole that big, then I'm not messing with it. Somebody else can do that.
Could be a snake.
It's a pretty big hole.
Mm-hmm.
When I see a hole that big and I think snake, I think python.
I don't think so.
Bobby texting in saying, morning, guys. You have yourself a woodchuck. I do trap them with live traps and regime them. I can help with that next week when you get back from Rockfest. I don't care if it's dead or alive, man. I'm very happy to kill it.
It
doesn't matter to me at all. I'm not all that concerned about it.
Woodchuck?
I have no idea what it is. Again, I've got a hole in my backyard.
I don't identify it.
And I'd like to have it gone. If you have a trail, somebody else texting in, if you have a trail camera, I'd set that up over the hole. I think it's a woodchuck as well. I don't have a trail camera, and I'm not all that concerned with finding out what it is. I just want it gone. Somebody texting in saying groundhogs and woodchucks are the same thing. Are they?
So it's an 8 to 12 inch circular hole. Is that it? Is there a
Again, it's about the size of a coffee can.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And there's soil right outside of it, where it went like this.
Yeah, where it was obviously digging.
Yes.
And that soil was on the handles of my wheelbarrow and yeah. Whatever. Like I said, I'm gone today. I'm not going to stress about it too much until I get back from Rockfest. Brew Crew off until Friday. All-Star break, obviously. The Home Run Derby last night.
One more to tie, 2 to win it. We are tied! Oh, man! Jordan Walker can upend the whole thing as one of the longest shots on the board with a home run right here. Is that enough? Jordan Walker wins it! Come on, baby!
The sold-out crowd in Philly, mostly made up of Philly fans, obviously, booing everybody that wasn't a Philadelphia Philly player. They were hoping that their hometown hero, Kyle Schwarber, would get the win, his first home run derby win in his third try, but that didn't happen. St. Louis Cardinals outfielder Jordan Walker, a dramatic finish, hitting 6 consecutive home runs in the final to stun the Philly faithful. He became the first player in Cardinals history to take the Derby crown. And after he got the victory, he was asked about the booing.
They're still booing you. What's it like to have 40,000 people boo you?
I was once told you don't boo nobody, so it feels pretty good. Yeah,
that's right.
I mean, it's everything in all honesty. I mean, I was that kid in that backyard, watching and wanting to be a home run derby champion. So it's pretty nice that my dream came true today.
Yeah, Schwarber hit 11 in the final, but Walker hit 12 and ended up winning it with a 407-foot blast to left field. Congratulations to Jordan Walker. The Major League Baseball All-Star Game is tonight at 7 p.m. It's on Fox, so you don't need to worry about trying to get it on Netflix or calling your grandfather and seeing if he's got the login. It's on Fox, Gene. World Cup semifinals begin this afternoon, 2 o'clock on Fox and Peacock. France versus Spain. Then tomorrow you've got the other semifinal, England versus Argentina. That game also at 2 p.m. on Fox, Peacock, and Telemundo. World Cup soccer continuing. Green Bay Packers.
They signed somebody yesterday?
Contract extension. They didn't sign somebody new, but the Packers signing a contract extension. Veteran linebacker Isaiah McDuffie turns 27 later this month. Has been was going to become a unrestricted free agent after this season, but terms not disclosed on the new contract extension. Sources telling ESPN's Jeremy Fowler it's a 1-year deal that'll pay him $8.5 to $8.8 million over the next 2 seasons. Includes $1 million in playtime incentives. So the Packers signing Isaiah McDuffie.
Go, Pack, go!
And apparently we haven't seen the last of Conor McGregor.
Oh, what? He's going to be back, he says?
Yeah, so he didn't reveal necessarily what the injury was, but he said he was going to have surgery and come back.
I thought it was a torn ACL. Isn't that what it was?
Yeah, we'll see. Conor McGregor undergoing surgery following his first-round loss to Max Holloway on Saturday night at UFC 329. He'll fight again as well. McGregor appeared to suffer the injury on his right knee in the opening seconds when he tried that the jumping kick there, which didn't go so well. That was his first appearance in the octagon in 5 years. He did not disclose the exact diagnosis of his injury, but he did announce that he intends to undergo surgery and return for the final fight of his UFC contract. So he did announce actually before the fight, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, he did say that he had another fight coming up, and I think he was going to, later this year, regardless of what the outcome was with Max Holloway. So, we'll see. Fool's gold at this point. You're not going to sell a lot of pay-per-views, not that they do that anymore, but you're not going to move the needle anymore with Conor McGregor. People are just kind of done with it. Other than hate watching, right? It's one of those now.
Yeah. Now they're going to see what happens, right?
Yeah,
it's a sideshow to some degree.
Exactly, right. It's a freak show, so... Drowning pool a bit later on. Lots of other stuff to get to as well. rockmornings.com if you want to get in touch with us. Andy, very happy that the Cardinals won the Derby. I don't know if you really take a lot of team pride out of that. It's an individual thing, but whatever. I guess when you're the Cardinals, you don't have a lot of other things to root for. Right?
I wouldn't be excited about that. That feels like a very much an individual person's doing their own thing, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I suppose if David Ortiz and the Red Sox, when he was on the Red Sox, won I guess I'd be happy that Ortiz won it. I don't know if I'd make it into a Red Sox thing.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that he plays for them. But you do you, Andy. Thanks for the text. Appreciate it.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
Major League Baseball All-Star Game. Tonight, 7 o'clock on Fox. The American League starting lineup consists of Mike Trout, Yordan Alvarez Jr., Caminero, Bobby Witt Jr., Cody Bellinger, Ben Rice, Riley Green, several others. National League starting lineup, Carl Schwarber, Juan Soto, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy, Brandon Marsh, Andy Pages, Drake Baldwin, several others. Tonight at 7 o'clock on Fox, the MLB All-Star Game. This afternoon on Fox, Telemundo, and Peacock, you've got the World Cup semifinals. That starts at 2 p.m. France versus Spain today, and then, of course, tomorrow it's England and Argentina. The winners and losers of those matches will play this weekend for the top 3 spots in the World Cup. America's Got Talent auditions continue tonight at 7 p.m. on NBC. You've also got a new episode of Password on NBC. Jimmy Fallon is joined by Dorinda Medley in the first episode, and then Luann something or other in the second episode. They're apparently Real Housewives of New York, wherever these people are.
All right.
Also on Netflix today, the third season premiere of Quarterback. This time they're following the NFL season of the Commanders quarterback, Jaden Daniels, along with the Tennessee Titans quarterback, Cam Ward, Bengals quarterback, Joe Flacco, Old Man Flacco, and they're also following Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield.
A lot of people probably would think that I start the trash talk, which is really not true.
I like it. Good. I love it. I love it.
You got to keep a couple in the holster, a couple in the chamber, however you want to describe it.
You got a problem spitting still? You still got a spitting problem?
But if you talk trash to me, I will fire back.
You're going to lose your voice before the game starts.
You better be quick on your feet if you're going to talk trash to me.
Baker's such a gamer. He talks smack all the time. All the time. It could be against one of the biggest linemen in the league, and he will go head-to-head with them. It doesn't matter. The man loves competition. He will talk smack no matter what.
Baker Mayfield, part of the Season 3 premiere of Quarterback on Netflix. Premieres today. Fallon is new tonight with Matt Damon and Anthony Michael Hall as his guests. Ike Barinholtz is the guest host for Jimmy Kimmel's show, and he's going to have Joel McHale and Ben Marshall on with him. And Molly Shannon and Jake Johnson going to be on with Seth Meyers tonight. You've got new movies coming out on DVD today if you're interested in renting something.
All right,
picking
what's
something
up
up at a Walmart or whatever.
Good stuff?
Yeah, actually a couple of big ones. Michael is on DVD today.
Let me tell you something. In this life, you're either a winner or you're a loser. Y'all want to work in a steel mill like me for the rest of your days?
No, sir.
Yeah, because I sure as hell don't. Y'all willing to fight for it?
Yes, sir.
I need to hear you a little louder. Y'all willing to fight for it?
Yes, sir.
Ready whenever you are, Michael.
Yeah. Coleman Domingo, Nia Long, Miles Teller, Mike Myers, Jafar Jackson. Michael Jackson's nephew plays Michael Jackson in this movie about the early life of Michael Jackson, leading up to his essential split with the Jackson family to kind of go out on his own. We watched it. It was okay. It's rated PG-13. We also watched this movie.
Oh, this is... Okay, and?
Obsession, rated R.
And?
It was weird and creepy, and if you've ever been in a relationship that's, that's difficult, It certainly has some ability to draw on your PTSD. It's called Obsession. It's rated R.
One wish will love. You only get one wish. I wish Nikki Freeman loved me more than anyone in the entire world.
I love you so much. A love only the branch of a willow tree could conjure.
Yeah. The one thing that's interesting about the movie Obsession is that instead of being some girl that he pines for that doesn't know he exists, right? Like the dork who loves the hot girl in school, they're friends. Like they work together, they're buddies, they hang out, they go out drink, so they
already have a relationship.
But he has this undying love for her.
Idea that maybe if she loved him back.
And then it goes wrong. Real wrong.
Well, in that movie, low budget, came out of nowhere kind of, and has been this sleepy summertime hit that just keeps doing better and better and better. So now it's out.
Yeah, it's called Obsession. It's on DVD today for new release Tuesday. You've also got the DVD release of Lee Cronin's The Mummy, rated R. This is the kid that goes missing and shows up in
7 months later?
Sarcophagus. No, 8 years later, the kid shows up in a 3,000-year-old sarcophagus.
It's very important you fully prepare yourself for what you're about to see. No sudden moves. No loud noises.
Hey, butterfly. It's Mom and Dad.
Here we are here. We're here.
She's been missing for 8 years. What was our daughter doing in a 3,000-year-old sarcophagus?
Well, you find out.
Was it good?
It was. Lee Cronin's The Mummy, rated R. That's on DVD today for new release Tuesday. Also, Animal Farm, rated PG. Seth Rogen, Steve Buscemi, Glenn Close, Kieran Culkin, Woody Harrelson, Jim Parsons, Kathleen Turner. This is animated, obviously. Satirical fable following an animal revolution as pigs seize power and the farm descends into a ruthless dictatorship. Animal Farm on DVD today, rated PG. Also rated R, Normal, starring Bob Odenkirk, Lena Headey, Henry Winkler. The Fonz is in this one. This is about a temporary small-town sheriff who undiscovers dark, mysterious secrets after a local bank robbery.
Why are you here?
I used to be a regular sheriff. I walked through life with my head held high. I kind of stopped trusting my instincts.
Death comes for us all, don't it, lawman?
You've been listening to my internal monologue, haven't you? I took a sheriff job in a little town called Normal, Minnesota.
Weather advisory, a winter storm threatening later this week.
Reports two screaming at each other.
All right, separate. People seem friendly enough. Whoa, 16.8 million. Where the hell did this town get that kind of money?
Normal. Rated R on DVD, starring Better Call Saul, Bob Odenkirk.
So it's a small town with secrets and conspiracies
and
behind
money.
it and things.
Also on DVD today for new release Tuesday, the movie Deep Water, which is rated R. It stars Aaron Eckhart and Ben Kingsley. International passengers going from L.A. to Shanghai, forced to make an emergency landing in shark-infested waters. And how do they survive when the sharks are inside the plane, Gene?
Oh, all right.
That's what's new on new release Tuesday. Not sure if you
good stuff.
Saw the news yesterday, but they're rebooting Nightmare on Elm Street again.
Oh.
So, of course, we had the run with Robert Englund back in the 80s and 90s with the original Nightmare on Elm Street films.
Yeah.
And we had the Freddy versus Jason, which kind of came along. And then they rebooted A Nightmare on Elm Street in the 2000s. I think it was right around 2010 with Jackie Earle Haley as Freddy Krueger. It didn't do very well, and it wasn't all that good. And so now apparently the time has come to reboot that franchise yet again. No word on who's involved or who's playing Freddy or any of that stuff or when it's coming out, but it'll probably be sometime in the next couple of years as they work to reboot the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise.
Apparently being licensed by the Wes Craven estate. So his widow, his son, and they're going to help produce some of these.
Protect the legacy maybe a little bit? Maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Yet untitled films are in development and plots have yet to be revealed.
A lot of text messages from people about my animal situation in the backyards. Chris saying, could it be a bunny? No. The bunnies tend to stay under the deck. So we have a deck that's out the back of the house, and they stay under there.
They're not really burrowers like that.
Well, then they're protected from the elements and the dogs under there. So I don't think it's a bunny. Somebody's saying that groundhogs and woodchucks are apparently the same exact thing. We also got a voicemail from Jesse.
Gene, a woodchuck and a groundhog are the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, they're marmots. Up to 15 pounds your woodchuck could be. It's
that
the largest,
sounds about right.
Largest
for the whole.
member of the squirrel family, by the way.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's what it is.
It's also called, in different parts of the country, they're called a whistle pig.
Whistle pig.
Which is down in the south. That's because of the high-pitched noise that they make, obviously. Also called a land beaver, but that's not it. It's not a beaver family. It is, by its appearance, it's a large, furry, brown rodent, but...
I haven't seen it, though, which is kind of strange. But we do have dogs that go out in the yard every couple of hours to go to the bathroom and run around, so maybe they scare it off every time it's out. I don't know,
largest member of the squirrel family.
Chad sent me a message. He said, it sounds like you have a woodchuck. I had one in my basement.
Basement?
I have problems with the heat, too. The best thing to do is water vest around $140 to $200. So you put water in a vest and then you wear it like cold water?
Oh, is this for you?
Bruh.
Like an ice shirt?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
What is happening? Should we get you one? Let's see how fast we can get it delivered.
Chad.
Water vest for
Thanks,
cooling.
Chad. Appreciate it. So yeah, it sounds like maybe it's a woodchuck. Either way, it's not getting dealt with until Monday.
Circulated water.
Not getting dealt with until at least Monday when I get back from Rockfest. So the woodchuck will have a nice little weekend to himself out there. What does a woodchuck eat? I mean, he chucks wood, but what does he eat?
I think he eats plants.
All right, so he's not after
grasses and tree bark and vegetables. You don't have anything. You're not growing anything out there.
No, but
the grubs. He's going to eat some insects.
What about the
snails?
bird food? Is the bird food attracting him?
I don't think he doesn't say anything about seeds, but it does talk about plants.
We
and
do have some kind of blackberry bush back there or something. He might be
vegetables, grubs. I mean, things
that most people would have in their backyard.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, he's not going to be living very long in my backyard. Whether I take care of him with the flamethrower or the M80s, well, something's going to happen to him.
Well, they'll trap. Somebody will trap him and take him somewhere else.
Yeah. Save that for.
It's a whistle pig or a land beaver.
I'll dispatch of him just fine.
Put him. He could tell if it's going to be winter or spring.
Can't you drown him in there? Can't you just put the hose down there and drown him?
Build him a shelter and then charge people to come in the spring to whether he's going to see a shadow or not. We could capitalize on this. We could name him. What should we name him?
Not going to be a thing.
You could build him a habitat and he could live back there.
Unsheltered is what his name is going to be. That's what his name is.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
An oldie but goodie, the parrot that loves to sing bodies. Who doesn't? This was my go-to song for a while when I did karaoke many years ago.
Mm-hmm. Older guys, wasn't that the retirement home where they were singing that as well?
Got a text from Michael. Says, good morning, Brian and Gene. Do you know of any reason the radio reception has been awful the last couple of days? Not just your station, but all local stations? Solar flares?
Maybe hot.
Yeah, it's probably heat dome related, atmosphere related. Mm-hmm. You could download the apps and listen through the apps, Michael.
Do that.
And you wouldn't have any problems with reception.
Michael, are you going to Rockfest? Because if you're doing that, the apps make complete sense because you're going to be sending out notifications. You sign up for Rockfest there when you download the apps. And Brian, if he's got an opportunity for, I don't know, a band to come by the booth, if he's got some meet and greet passes that Rockfest is handing out, if he's got some news on somebody's merch sale time or something like that, he's going to send that information out. So if you're going to Rockfest, make sure you stay in connection.
Got a text from Myron. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
If it could live under Brian's deck or porch.
It's not under a deck or a porch. Again, it's in the ground between the shed and the fence. It's not underneath anything. So it's easily accessible so that I can kill it and get rid of it.
Technically, it's under
whatever else is down there.
Wheelbarrow.
It wasn't under the wheelbarrow. The wheelbarrow was in front of the hole. And I didn't see it until I moved the wheelbarrow. Bobby saying, good morning, guys. You have yourself a woodchuck. I do trap them with live traps and regime them. I think you meant to say rehome them. Mm-hmm. I could help with that next week when you get back from Rockfest. Thank you, Bobby. I'll keep you in mind if I decide to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Forgiving? Is that, what's the word where you care?
Yeah, if you're gonna.
What's the word where you care about animals?
So this, that apparently the person that told you about the cat litter, putting dirty cat litter around the hole.
We've seen that with garden boxes too, right? Like where they say that if you put your cat poop, it sort of tells
urine. I think it's
cat urine.
Yeah,
it's
the ammonia smell of that because of their sensitive noses. They're repelled.
Does it leave, or does it just stay in its hole?
They don't like. Strong herbal scents either, like garlic, cayenne pepper, or maybe.
Like, do I got to keep going out there?
Lavender.
I'd rather
or
just get rid of the animal rather than pour all my cat poop out there.
Should you let your groundhog live in your yard? You could if it stays. It causes no harm. Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
All right.
Nope. I kill all the spiders in the house, all the little things with the legs. Bats, they're gone. anything like that. I want nothing to do with it.
We'll try the litter thing, go to Rockfest, and see if it's there when you get back.
All right. We just recently had a couple in our area, boat crashes. We had the one on Lake Geneva where the 3 small children died, even though they were wearing life jackets. They got trapped under the boat.
Just tragic.
And then we had the Lake Pepin boat crash where the pontoon ran into a barge and several people died. This is a brighter outcome. Similar story, but an off-duty firefighter from Texas saving 3 children after a boat that was carrying 9 people overturned on a lake during a 4th of July outing. This guy was going underneath, like in the water, underneath the boat, which had capsized, up inside the boat and just grabbing around for what was in there and was able to feel life jackets. And that's how we carried out these bodies. And one of the kids he had to actually resuscitate.
I took my hat and my glasses off, and I dove in, started looking for kids. Held my breath. I went under the boat, reached up. I felt the life jacket, pulled it down, pulled the first little boy out. I reached up again, and I felt a limb. I felt a leg. We came out, and it was the little girl. She wasn't breathing. I started doing compressions, and the gentleman that was on the jet ski, he said, my son's still under there. And when they climbed up on the side, it tilted up, and he came out. And I started doing CPR on that little boy. My kids are under there. You got to go get them.
Jason Horn is the guy's name. He's a firefighter and a medic with the Midlothian Fire Department in Texas. Spending the holiday on Alvarado Park Lake with his daughter, Emily, when boaters began waving for help. Boat had overturned, 9 people in the water, trapping 3 children underneath the hull of the boat. He said, I just dove in, waiting for emergency crews to arrive. This guy went in the water, swam towards the capsized boat. Visibility underneath the vessel, not good.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
it's dark as hell.
Well, he didn't have diving gear or any equipment, or he just went in, blinded, right? Said, I went underwater under the boat, reached up, seeing if I could grab anything, and I felt a life jacket. Pulled out a young boy who happened to still be breathing, then immediately went back under the boat. Said, I took a big breath, dove underneath the boat again, reached up like I did the first time, and I grabbed a leg. This time when he came up, the young girl that he had was unresponsive. Standing on the flat bottom of the overturned boat, he began giving CPR to the young girl. Moments later, she started breathing again, spitting up water. Another child was underneath the boat at the time. He went back down. First attempt came up empty because of the conditions underneath.
Yeah, it's dark. Can't see where he's going, what he's doing, where he's grabbing.
Other boaters were trying to flip the vessel, right? Trying to get the boat to turn upside. He ended up going down, the child surfacing as they were moving the boat.
It swished him out like
that. Had a bunch of anchor line rope wrapped around his body. So he would have certainly died if they hadn't moved that boat and this guy hadn't jumped in the water. All 3 of the kids taken to a local hospital for evaluation and observation. No additional life-threatening injuries reported.
So they're all going to make it. Ugh.
Horn, by the way, a father of 4.
Has to be done.
Did what had to be done. Went right in that water. It's crazy. Smooth move by that guy. Got a text from... Not sure who this is. No name on it. Woodchuck. Look into a conibear trap. I'm not trapping this thing. I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm going to throw some flames and some M80s down there, and I'm going to kill it, and it'll be the end of it, and then I'll bury it.
I don't think that's...
Right in the hole where it started.
You could live trap it.
No, I'm not trapping it.
Sensory repellents.
I'm not Phil Costigan.
Here's your ammonia saturated kitty litter. Here's your it's a sensory repellent.
Michael says chances are it's already undermining your shed. You should get rid of it ASAP. They're very destructive. Yeah, again, that's the plan. It's going to be gone next week.
You filled the tunnel though, didn't you?
Well, I threw a bunch of shovelful. I had a bunch of shovels full of playground dirt. It's not like it was...
Oh, you didn't like pack it full
No,
of it.
I just threw it in there. I was half expecting it to pop out at me. You know what I mean? Like, hey, dude, what are you doing? But nothing came out of the hole when I was throwing the dirt in there. And I mean, it's not like that playground dirt isn't, is solid or anything like that.
Because you can, once they're out for the day or wherever the hell they're going, you can also like pack it with some gravel and dirt and kind of make it
concrete.
I don't know if it's pouring concrete
Liquid
down
hot
there, but
magma.
it's makes it so they, you ruin their home, basically.
And you can't drown them, right? Because they just come up for air, right? Like in Caddyshack.
We could do this. I think the sensory repellent is your best option before you leave for Rock.
Well, like I said, when I get home today after work,
professional assistance,
I'm going to go back there and take a look, see if it's dug back out of the hole. If it has, then I might take the cat litter stuff that my wife has dealt with this morning and throw some of it out there because, like I said, we're going to be gone all weekend.
Sometimes it sounds like they have an escape hole somewhere else around, too. So, like, if you filled that, they could get out of a...
Good.
They built
in my neighbor's yard.
hole.
We're away from me. Stu says, there's never just one. I suggest the trap as well. Nah, I think the flamethrower will work just fine. If they're all... What time do they go to bed? What time are they all in the hole?
Early, like you. No, I don't know.
Is it at night?
Maybe get a burrowing dog. Can you borrow a burrowing dog?
You mean like a Dachshund?
Yeah, or like a...
Because those are meant to hunt.
Maybe beagle or something. I don't know what hunts the...
I think any of that
burrowing.
Stuff. Give me an angry old pit bull or something, or a... Hell yeah. That'd be pretty sweet. Watch that all go down. We'll see. Again, this is a problem for Monday because...
This is not a today problem.
We're leaving for Rockfest, so we'll deal with it. But I'm thinking flamethrower. Find out what time they're going to be in the hole and then just shoot a bunch of flames down there. That can't be illegal, right?
I'm not saying anything.
Do they bury the gas lines back there?
I'm not saying I don't think you can do that.
Oh, man. Local man killed when his house explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see that
That's
happen.
you.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Start your day with Rock Mornings.
Tell you a story.
You're going to be in that dirty water. Taking a duck boat tour, aren't you? When you go to Boston, you have to. It's a must.
I don't know that we are.
What?
I don't know that we are.
This aggression will not stand, man.
I don't know that we are.
What do you mean you're not going on a duck boat tour?
I don't know that we are.
What is wrong with you people? What are you doing instead of the duck boat tour?
We have other things.
This is outrageous. This is a crime against humanity. You're slapping God in the face.
It's kind of repetitive of the Freedom Tour that we're taking.
No, it's not. It's a whole different thing. You don't understand anything about this stuff. Don't ever ask me for any advice for anything ever again. I'm never going to give you advice for anything ever again. You asked me for stuff to go to Boston.
I did.
And it was one of the things I told you, and it's like a must-do as a tourist, and you've never been, and you're not going to do it?
I don't know. We might skip it.
It's unbelievable. Make me sick to my stomach. Well, good luck to you. I was going to give you some advice.
Please
about
tell me.
Stumbling. No, I'm not telling you anything about Boston anymore. F you.
Come on.
No, you've pissed me off.
I don't know.
This is absolutely like real talk right now. Very angry.
What are you angry about?
I can't believe. It was like one of the top 3 things I told you had to do. Oh, we got a lot of gluten-free options. That's great. Everybody can eat. That's wonderful.
Yes, everybody's eating.
Awesome. Good for you guys. Have fun with your eats. Your gluten-frees, your GF.
Okay. Is it worth $60 a person?
So more texts about my backyard here. I was going to talk about something else, but Jean doesn't want to do it.
I do want to do it.
Let's see what we got. Lenore. Weenie dogs, Dachshunds were bred to go after badger dens. Yeah, I knew that. We had, I've had several wiener dogs who did not go after badgers. She said, groundhogs suck. Hopefully you can dispatch it sooner than later for the sake of your shed. Brenda said, if you're using the flamethrower, you got to take video. Well, obviously. Inquiring minds want to see. Yeah, originally the flamethrower was going to be saved for when the fire pit gets done, but it feels like the woodchuck's going to need to get taken care of before the fire pit gets done.
Short legs, short muscular legs and small ears. Fumigation is the most effective way. One of them.
I got a
Trapping
message from
and shooting, apparently.
Jared said, acetylene torch and let it rip. Just get out there with my TIG welder. I don't have an acetylene torch laying around the house, man. I do have a flamethrower, though, and I might feel compelled to shoot some flames down there after a few beers one night. Somebody else said, Caddyshack that woodchuck, make a drink, grab a hose, and stuff it down the hole and turn it on. Well, yeah, but if it has an escape hole,
it does have an escape hole.
And it just goes out the other side.
It says that, yeah.
All right. Allstate released a thing about driving, and driving in Boston sucks. And I hope
Would you give it to me here?
No.
Yeah, shush up.
I hope you have fun. I don't want to talk to you at all the rest of the day, honestly. This is disgusting to me.
I said maybe we were
I
going to.
can't believe of all the things that you're going to do in Boston, your first ever trip, and you're not going to take a duck boat tour.
Is it better than the Freedom Trail? We only have 2.5 days.
It's unbelievable to me. There's plenty of time to take a duck boat tour. You can jump on and off. You don't have to be on it the entire time. It's a lot of fun. You grab one. The drivers are entertainers. It's a whole thing. You learn a lot more about the history. You go by a bunch of sites, and then you jump into the Charles River. It's delightful. I can't believe you're not going to do it. This is.
Well, tell me what I need to know.
I hope it rains.
Stop it.
I hope you get smoted. I hope the flight doesn't work. I hope all the bad things happen to you.
I just said it was up for negotiation.
There's no debate.
That's it.
There's no debate. You go to Boston, you do the duck boat tour.
Are you going to tell me
what was the first thing I said? Fenway. And then Freedom Trail.
No, you said Freedom Trail
right,
first.
Freedom Trail.
You said Freedom Trail first. And you said they were
The reason I didn't say
entertaining.
Fenway first is because I know that you're not a baseball person. Nobody in your family is, right? It's kind of a waste of time. But you got history dorks in your family, so the Freedom Trail is a must, right?
Yes.
Everybody does it. It's a touristy trap.
And you said it's fun. Funny. They're entertaining
yes.
people. Yes.
But the duck boat tours.
And then you said the hall with the food and the entertainers.
Faneuil
That's
Hall.
on the list because you said that.
Well, I had this whole thing about driving in Boston and whatever, but it's not worth my time right now because you stink.
Give it to me.
No.
Give it to me.
It's over. I got other things to do. I got so much stuff going on today. Settling torch sounds like fun. I got to be honest. But the flamethrower might work real well, too. What if I poured gas down the hole and then did the flamethrower?
I think this is all very dangerous and not good
that's the
for
point.
You as a homeowner and your new shed.
Yeah, but it's way out there.
Yeah, but it's under your shed.
No, it's in between the shed. It's like there's about, 4 feet between the shed and the fence, and it's sort of smack dab in the middle in the ground. We got insurance if the shed burns down.
Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find the daily podcast at rockmornings.com.
One more to tie, 2 to win it. We are tied! Oh, man! Jordan Walker can upend the whole thing as one of the longest shots on the board with a home run right here. Is that enough? Jordan Walker wins it! Come on, baby!
Jordan Walker winning the home run derby last night on Netflix. A little come from behind win. Looked like Kyle Schwarber was going to get the job done, but Walker said, watch this, and hit 12 in the final round to surpass Schwarber's 11, winning it with a 407-foot blast to left. The All-Star game is tonight at 7 p.m. That game will be on Fox. Also this afternoon, the World Cup semifinals begin. 2 o'clock on Fox. You got France and Spain. And then tomorrow you got England, Argentina, also at 2 o'clock. Adam Schefty, getting a little contract extension from ESPN. The worldwide leader, right? Mm-hmm. He's one of the most well-known NFL insiders. Adam Schefter and ESPN agreeing to a multi-year extension. They're saying that this new deal with Schefty is going to keep him with ESPN until the 2030s. It's a few years
Quite
from
an
now.
extension.
Yeah, Schefter will continually be a part of Sunday night or Sunday NFL Countdown, Monday Night Countdown, NFL Live, the Pat McAfee Show, Sports Center, Get Up, First Take, and the networks.
So he's an analyst, or he's
no, he's like an NFL insider, right? So he's a guy who breaks news, right? So when
talks to coaches and knows people and gets insider information.
Yep. My sources are telling me that inside the Green Bay Packers locker room, Aaron Rodgers is smoking heaters. Did you see that, by the way, Aaron Rodgers?
No, what's he doing now?
I don't know if it was a cigarette, but he's ripping something. He's ripping darts.
With his wife?
No wife, of course. The fake wife that doesn't exist. No, Aaron Rodgers, of course, his last season in the NFL is going to be this upcoming season. He's with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And in advance of training camp, he apparently took a bunch of the guys on the offensive line to a little mancation. And one of the
rodeo? They went to a rodeo?
And in one of the pictures, he's ripping a dart, or he's got some kind of smoke in his hand. Yeah. Elsewhere, Bryce Harper. This is interesting. You got to feel bad for this guy. You know what cameos are, right?
Yeah.
The videos that celebrities make.
Get
you pay
paid.
for them. My wife was going to get me one from
you
my
pay,
birthday.
and they'll give you a message, right? They'll send a shout out to you or something, or leave a voicemail.
Yeah. So Bryce Harper, very famous baseball player, had to issue a statement earlier this week saying that he did not know how FanDuel, right, the online sports betting app, would use a personalized video that he made for one of their customers who has since accused the sportsbook in a lawsuit of taking advantage of his gambling addiction. This is kind of shady. So FanDuel's got this customer. This guy is a P1 customer of
a
theirs,
person
right?
who's a regular who gambles
a lot, like
okay.
has lost, apparently according to the lawsuit, has lost over $2 million.
Holy schmoes.
I don't know how much he's won. I mean,
or how much he's worth,
right? I don't. But he has a gambling addiction according to him, and he's saying that this customer is saying that FanDuel took advantage of that and used Bryce Harper to record a video saying, hey, dude, they value your customership and blah, 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 blah. And and Bryce had no idea, right? He didn't know. So in a statement posted on Instagram, Bryce Harper said he would not have made the video if he had known FanDuel's intent to use it as part of a VIP promotion or the betting habits of the customer in question, a guy named Terry Thompson. Harper said he got a request on Cameo back in November of 24 to read the provided script for a personal holiday video for Terry. In the video, Bryce Harper says, hey, Terry, what's up? Hey, man, your host, Brittany from FanDuel, wanted to make sure your Thanksgiving was extra special. Thompson, in March of this year, suing FanDuel and his VIP host, Brittany Morgan, along with DraftKings, the NFL, and the league's official data distributor, Genius Sports, claiming that those sports books caused him to become addicted to gambling, leading to an approximate $2 million in betting losses. Bryce Harper said, quote, had I known FanDuel's true intent, I would not have made the video. The same is true had I known anything about Terry or his situation or about any alleged partnership between Cameo and FanDuel. Yeah, it seems like this FanDuel thing was like, hey, this guy is a big fish and we've got him on the hook and he's losing money to us left and right. Let's make him feel like he's super important by having Bryce Harper do this VIP FanDuel sportsbook experience Cameo video, whatever, and put some more bait on the right, more bait on the hook.
Solidify this relationship, and
make him feel like he's truly special, right? Like
tempt him in a little bit more, and
Bryce, to his knowledge, or according to his side of the story, said he had no idea about what was going on and wouldn't have made the video if he had known. But yeah. My buddy Jeff, hashtag not Jeff, said maybe this guy should learn to pick better teams. Man.
Well, that's an interesting...
That's cold right there. That is a gambler's mentality, though. Like, maybe don't play that machine.
Well, it's an interesting, will the lawsuit about gambling and an addiction to a gambling platform have any legs? I mean, in this regard, maybe they were...
Well, look, if it's all set up against you. It's, as a person who has a gambling addiction, I can fully admit I'm culpable. Like, it's my responsibility to not put money in the machine.
Right. Sure.
But at the same time, it's also there's people that enable that. There's people that enable that, right? They make it possible, right? They run commercials that say, if you have a gambling addiction, call this number, right? But do they do anything in the app to safeguard you from maybe overspending, right? Is there
or in this scenario, even promote it and make it, push it, if you will, push it to this person who has it.
Anyways, I I had a whole nother thing about duck boats, but we're not going to do that
Would
today.
you stop and just tell me about them? We don't know for sure what we're doing or not doing.
Thanks for the text, Jeff. Thanks to everybody. I got a lot of texts we're going to get to. We're going to do text instead of this duck boat discussion that I was going to talk about.
So talk to me.
No.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Weekdays, 6 to 9.
Halfway through July, did you know it's National Grilling Month?
No, but that makes sense to me. Between the 4th of July and the fact that you're jamming all the festivals and the camping and the outdoor experiences before people start getting ready to send kiddos back to school and before, all the camps start as far as preparation for that. So it makes sense. Let's grill.
This is I don't know what's going on here with this number, but it feels really low.
Did some ribs last night.
According to a new report, and I don't know how they discovered all this data. I don't know what their metrics were.
Per person? Is this meat
I don't know.
per person?
I don't know if it was a survey, like an online survey, if they did some sort of Google search. I have no idea. But according to a new report, Americans, the average American, enjoys 13 grill days per year.
Oh my gosh, that is so low. That is so low.
That's one every month, right?
And I get
So
how
once a
maybe
month
in
you're
the
out there-
wintertime they go down, but in the summer, I mean, isn't it 3-4 times a week?
You're grilling pretty much every day, right? Look, I get it. We don't grill every single day, but
yes,
13 grill days a year. And what is a grill day? Is that just when you use the grill to cook your food?
I'm guessing that's what it means. Like dinner is on the grill tonight.
That number, by the way, higher in Wyoming, Oregon, Michigan, New Hampshire, the states that grill the least. Vermont, Mississippi, Hawaii. 84% of Americans say they'd grill more if they had more opportunities to. Okay, I'll give you this. I'll give you this caveat.
Tell me.
You work till 5. You sit in traffic for an hour. You get home. You got to fire up the grill. You got to look. I get it. It can be a bit of a lengthy process,
And maybe you live in an apartment and the grill is shared on the rooftop or something.
or
like
it's
that.
not all
So
that
it's
good,
yes,
functional, or
yes.
and if you got to do charcoal, right now you got a whole nother bunch of time you got to wait. So I'll give you that caveat, right? It can be a bit of a time-consuming process. Where if you get home at 6:30, you can turn the oven on, and while you change and get out of your work clothes or whatever, the oven heats up. You throw whatever's in there, and then you're.
Yes.
I guess I don't know. I'm still using the grill, but 84% of Americans say they would grill more if they had more opportunities to do so. 49% of Americans say they aren't 100% comfortable at the grill.
Yeah, they just aren't skilled with it. They're not as confident cooking as they
Apparently,
are.
their top fears. These are the fears that people have about grilling.
Mm-hmm. Burning it.
Grilling
undercooking.
chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is it done all the way through? Am I going to get salmonella? Am I going to die?
Is it pink in the middle?
Dropping meat through the grates. Especially if you've got like a kebab or a fish, right? You got something that could... Or burgers, right? Burgers can get real bad sometimes if they're not packed properly. Running out of propane.
Check your gas. How much are you going to have?
You start the grill, you get about a third of the way
there's
done.
enough in here.
Nope. Cooking things evenly is another fear that people have when it comes to grilling, so you don't end up with burnt outside and raw on the inside. People ranking the biggest grilling sins. What are some of the grilling sins? Things
I would say overcooking steak. That's on there, isn't it?
Touching another person's grill without permission. I will say that
if you have guys over...
If you have a cookout, you got a bunch of people over.
And somebody comes over and
there
grabs
are
it.
approved people, and there's a very few of them that can come over to the grill and do something if maybe you're distracted or you're not paying attention or you're in the house or whatever the case may be.
Or my husband, right? Like come over, grab the tongs and start doing stuff while he goes to grab a beer.
If you're at someone's house and you just walk over to the grill and start tending to the... No.
Okay, that's a faux pas. You can't do that.
Big-time faux pas. Not allowing the meat to rest before serving. That is a huge issue that people have because we're in such a hurry to eat.
Sometimes it's difficult if you're starving.
And you have to remember, when you're planning your meal, right? This is a problem that my wife has, right, with cooking. She has trouble syncing up times, right? Like how long is the corn going to need to be in the water for it to, to boil, and how long is the steak going to be on the grill, right? And then you have to remember, if I take the steak off the grill, 5 minutes.
Ideally, it should sit
for 5 minutes, right? Let the juices soak back into it.
Come to room temperature before
you
grill it.
Right. Yes, and that's a problem that a lot of people have. Opening the lid unnecessarily. The people who check too much, the checkers. Now, if you've got an open grill, right, where you got a charcoal thing and you're just, kind of moving over here, moving over there, okay, fine. But, like, if you've got it so that it's supposed to be closed and it's immersive heat, all that stuff, stop opening it. You lose so much heat by doing that. Backseat grilling is another cardinal sin that people make.
Flip that over there.
Similar to a backseat driver, someone hanging out in the background. Hey, how's that steak doing over there?
That over there?
They give you a lot of opinions.
Mm-hmm. I'd move that off the direct flame right now if I were you. I'd move it over there.
Just put it on the top shelf. It's going to char. It's going to burn.
Is your father-in-law a backstreet? No, he just lets you grill it and that's it.
I make perfect food every time they come over, so there's no reason to be
for him back there telling you what to do.
Well, I'm not going to say anything because I probably shouldn't talk about other people's business, but let's just say he's very happy to come over and eat at our house because I use butter and salt and flavor and grill and meat and not a lot of stuff. Kind of bland over there. Wife's got him on a diet, you know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Keep him healthy. I get it.
Yeah, I get it. But coming over to my house is like going to Disneyland, you know what I mean? Because I'm not all about that. I want to eat. I want to eat some steaks and I want to eat some spices and butter and salt and pepper and all that stuff. Another thing, a grilling cardinal sin, pressing down on a burger with a spatula.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's way to come. Look, I get it. The burgers, they ball up, right? It's a problem. There's ways to combat that. You don't have to, mash it into oblivion in order to get the desired size or shape of a burger.
So maybe in the spring and fall, it trails down a little bit, once or twice a week maybe. In the wintertime, it's maybe not as much, but in the summer, it's got to be 2, 3, 4 times a week, isn't it?
I love grilling in the wintertime, except for when it's snowing, when there's a snowstorm out there. Got a text from Aaron who said, anytime I don't have to turn the stove on in the summer and heat up the house is a good day to grill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It depends. I mean, if you're, meal planning, making spaghetti, it ain't happening. But 2, 3, 4 times a week if the weather is appropriate.
Got a text from Steve who said, I get these in my yard. He said, yes, wild rabbits, cottontails will dig shallow, saucer-shaped depressions directly in the grass to use as nests. This is not a nest. This is a hole. It's a whole different thing. I appreciate the text and all that, but I can guarantee you this is not a rabbit. This is something else. It's a hole in the dirt. It's not a nest. It's not like a little.
It's a hole. It's a hole.
Like in the ground.
Do you consider smoking also? Is that grilling? Like if you were smoking the meat, it was a.
It's in
I know
the
it's
realm.
technically.
It's in the realm. It's its own thing, but it's in the realm. Michelle texting in saying that at 7:23, Gene said, "Give it to me. Just give it to me." Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah, your list about Boston.
No, it's a waste of my time.
It is not a waste of your time.
It is no one wants to hear the stupid list about Boston.
Yes, they do. Everybody does. Because I'm going.
Well, have fun.
I know. I want you.
Ryan said, if it is a woodchuck, I would make sure vehicles or anything with wiring is put in the garage. Went on vacation once, came back to a car with wires chewed off underneath. Well, my truck's going to be in Cadott at Rockfest. My wife's vehicle is going to be in the front in the driveway, not in the back where the hole is. So, again, this is a Monday problem. Not much I can do about it at this point.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Fire up the grill tonight, though.
What time do they go to bed? What time do they go night-night? The woodchucks.
I don't know.
They must go in the hole at a certain. Is it when sun goes down? Is it?
I don't know if he's.
They're not nocturnal, are they?
Daily naps.
All right.
They sleep 16 to 20 hours a day. They're
snap.
a napper.
So almost, I'm a 100% free throw shooter here. Pretty much any time I try to go out there, he's going to be in the hole. This is going to be great.
Sleeps a lot.
Hell yeah.
Big chubby squirrel.
All right.
Loves to sleep and eat and dig.
Can you grill those things? What's the deal?
I don't think you're eating it. I don't think so.
Yeah, that sounds like outbreak. Sounds like some kind of disaster.
I don't think you're doing that.
With my sensitive...
But look at him. He likes to eat, sleep, and dig, Brian. He's just a diet.
I'm happy that he does. I just don't want it in my backyard. That's all. I don't want any of that in my yard.
They do sleep nights, too.
All right, so nighttime.
Nights and naps.
Eric texting in saying, got woodchucks, I'm your guy. I've been catching a ton of them this year. Again, I don't know if I want to catch. I want to kill.
Well,
I want the woodchuck.
Come over and get it.
I want the woodchuck kingdom to learn that this is not the yard to tangle with.
You could come catch it and then do whatever you take. I'm not going to
home.
I'm not going to. They hibernate in the winter.
Yeah, then you pour some ice down there, freeze his ass.
He could come trap it.
I just want it gone.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
8:15-ish on Tuesdays, we're joined by the host of the Wisco Sports Show. That, of course, would be our good friend Grant Bilse. You can hear his program weekday afternoons from 4 until 6 on stations all across Wisconsin like WKTY in La Crosse and Sports Talk 105.1 in Eau Claire. Grant Bilse, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's hot outside. It finally feels like summer, which makes me happy.
Do the fish change their habits now that it's much hotter? What's the fishing situation?
Are you fishing recently?
The fishermen change their habits. I don't like being all sweaty when I go fishing, so I've been, I'm a producer, Brian, and Gene, you work in this business. It's about knowing people. Well, I translate those skills to my real life and start chatting up and getting friendly with my friends who have boats and pools.
Smart. Very smart.
That's good. That's good.
Are you a invite yourself or wait for the invite kind of guy?
I think you can halfway. I think you can. I think it's on both parties to meet in the middle. I think it's possible to halfway invite yourself without fully, and then the other person picks up what you're laying down, and then they fully extend the invitation. When they do, it's like, well, hey, I don't want to invite myself.
Very solid.
Even though it's yeah. I think there's a light dance to do here.
You know what I don't like? I don't like the open-ended invite. I have a friend who has a boat, and they said every Sunday. They said every Sunday at noon we ship off, and anybody who's here wants to come. And I don't like that one because it feels very.
Do you want me to be there? Am I supposed to show up? Is that?
Well, I don't know what the mix of people's going to be, right? Am I going to blend well with these other people? Is it really, truly an open thing? So that open-ended thing, while I appreciate it, is not something I've ever taken them up on.
That's a good point, because you show up and they might be like, wow, look who's here. I didn't expect this. And then everyone else is like, who is this guy? Oh, he comes with you? Yeah, I get that. That would make me uncomfortable, too. That's a good point.
Or you get on the boat.
Again, I don't like to invite myself, but I'll do it more than the open-ended invite thing.
Or you get on the boat with the guy who doesn't want to stop talking to you about your job just because you're on the radio, and then it's like, okay, now this is an inescapable situation. I'm out in the water with some guy who's drinking tall boys all day and wants to tell me about all the things I said for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
That could be the end.
Hey, Brian, remember that bit you did back in the day with On? Remember that?
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
I won a movie one time from you guys. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Thanks. That's great. I'm glad it's a highlight of your life.
Rest in peace. That was very good. Good. Rest in peace. Yes.
Grant, let's the Brewers obviously struggling there at the end. What are we looking at? We're looking at arm fatigue. Are we scared about this? This Jacob Misiorowski arm fatigue. Obviously, it's smart that they rested him for the final start and that he's not going to pitch in the All-Star game tonight. But are any lingering? What are we going to do when the season picks up on Friday?
That's a great question. And my show last night, I spent some time wondering what the Brewers are thinking, because that's what matters, right? In the offices of the Brewers, the baseball ops people, they might be looking at this situation and saying, hey, we have scheduled this with Misiorowski. I talked to a couple people that said this was kind of always the plan. They were always going to align him to miss the All-Star game and then also yank him from his last start to buy him a little extra time. So I don't think that's a big deal. But I wonder how the Brewers internally feel about Harrison, whose arm has been tired, Woodruff, who's injured, Sproat, who's not really progressing. He walked 2 guys and hit 3 others. I think it took him like 85 pitches to get through 3 innings Saturday. I wonder how the Brewers internally feel about their mix of injuries and young pitchers maybe not coming along, because if they feel like this is natural, it's a long season, it happens to everyone, now is our time to go through it, then maybe they stand pat and they're fine. And if not, maybe they do something that's very unlike them and they aggressively pursue outside help at the deadline. That's more my concern. The results at the end of the first half, yeah, it sucks to get swept in Pittsburgh, but they played 11 games in 10 days and they went 6-5. I'll take that. That's fine. You got to the break without completely kind of losing the handle, even with all of the pitching injuries. That's fine.
I mean, they're firmly in first place in the NL Central. They're the second best team, record-wise in the major leagues. And obviously, if the plan was to rest Misiorowski, then there shouldn't be all that much concern.
No. Misiorowski is the one that I'm least concerned about. Harrison, that's a real thing, because a big part of their recipe winning in the first half was basically winning every single game that Misiorowski and Harrison started, and then you find a way to win some others here and there. That was their recipe for like 2 months. I think that at one point they'd won 16 of 17 games started by those two. And Harrison may have already been due for some regression in the second half. It's not that I don't think he's good, but he might not be as good as he was in the first half. Now, if you throw a little fatigue on top of that, that changes the equation quite a bit from what was very successful in the first half. So Harrison specifically would be my concern, not Mizorowski.
Grant Bilse of the Wisco Sports Show on the phone with us. Home run derby last night, a wild finish with Kyle Schwarber, the fan favorite there in Philadelphia, hitting 11 in the final round. All of it for naught, though, as Jordan comes up and hits 12.
Jordan Walker, St. Louis Cardinals. So I got caught up with this after the fact because I don't have Netflix.
What?
I don't have Netflix.
Does that surprise you?
Yes.
Why does that surprise you?
Well, because you're a young person and young people stream, and I thought for sure you'd have Netflix.
No, that's what old people think. Not that you're old, Simpson, although you're older. You're older than me.
Yeah, I'm old.
Yes.
I think all these executives, Rob Manfred and his cronies at Major League Baseball, are like, well, we need to attract more young people. Where are the young people? Are they at the roller rink? Are they at the arcade? No, they're on Netflix. So put it on Netflix. It's like, well, I don't know. I don't have Netflix. These streaming, there's too many. There's too many, and they're all more expensive than they used to be. I can't have them all at once. So, but it did look great. It looked very cool. Jordan Walker is one of the cooler stories in Major League Baseball right now. He plays for rivals, so it's tough to say, but he was one of the Cardinals' top prospects. He was really disappointing for a couple of years, and he's broken out. So, great story. And secondarily, and maybe Simpson is a New England guy, you can appreciate this. Screw Philly. There's no more
I hate Philly. They're the worst.
Whiny, and it's just Philly fans. It's just Phillies, the baseball team. Every year they're aggrieved because their guy didn't get into the All-Star game, because their guy was over. It's like, you guys never stop. And it would be one thing if they were winning all these World Series, but they're not. So screw the Phillies, specifically the Phillies. I've never been to Philadelphia. It might be a nice place with nice people. I bet against it based on what I know about their sports fans.
Well,
but specifically, I'm glad their guy lost.
The actual game is tonight. Are you going to be tuning into that? It's on Fox, so over the air you can watch it without a cable subscription.
Yes, I will be, and I do have cable. I have cable. I'm a sports fan. I understand. I just get cable. I don't do the thing where it's like, well, I have the MLB ticket, and then I also have Fubo, and then I reach around on that. Like, I just get cable, and that gets me for 90% of the stuff. It didn't have me last night. The All-Star game is always great. Nice. Fox always does a really good job, so tonight I'll be watching, yes.
Yeah.
Anything on the World Cup, which continues this afternoon and tomorrow with the semifinals? Grant Bilse, anything on the World Cup?
Did Erling Haaland, did the Norwegian...
Oh, he quit.
Tap out?
He tapped out. He quit. He was a little bitch boy at the end. And it didn't seem like he had an injury. It seemed like he quit. He went to the...
Couldn't keep up?
Well, he didn't just stand on the sidelines either. He went into the little thing that they got over there, the little shade that they got, and he just kind of sat over there with his spilled milk and cried a little solitary tear there. But, it seemed like he gave up on his team a little bit there at the end. So... I'm not anti-soccer. There's a lot of people in this country, and I hear from them on my show where it's like, oh, it's a waste of grass. Stupid sport. It's like, okay, you don't have to like soccer, but I think we should all be adults here and recognize that the World Cup is going on. It's a huge event. A ton of people are watching, and it's really cool, even if it's not for you, right? So, don't act like this is a big stupid thing and everyone's an idiot for paying attention. It's a big thing. And I'm very neutral on soccer. I've really watched the World Cup. It's been fun. It's been like a summer March Madness almost. There's always games on, and the results are crazy, and there's really cool stories. There are certain things about soccer, though, where I'm like, I watch, and I'm like, yeah, and that's why you lose people. You know what I mean? Like, your superstars tapping out again. It's a little soft. You know what I mean? That's like, you lose people there, or the offsides. The flopping is just, boy, as bad as the NBA is, the soccer is even worse. And they're reviewing a ton of those plays.
Yeah, the bad part about soccer is it's not just a flopping. People flop in every sport to try to sell a call. It's then the rolling around. It's like, okay, fall over, sell the call, but then can we get up? Can we get on with the game? Like, I think that's why soccer loses people. And then, the star, the darling of the globe, Erling Haaland, tapping out of a game in that spot. It's like, oh, come on, man. Like, I don't know. That's why soccer loses people. These guys can be a little soft.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Just a bit.
Pivoting a little bit, I did want to talk about my Red Sox, actually, who are the hottest team in Major League Baseball right now. And I don't take a lot of joy out of a 9-game winning streak or, 10 out of the last 11 or whatever the hell it is. But they did finish strong there, 3 sweeps in a row after being an absolute dumpster fire. They're still with a losing record, but they've climbed back into the wild card race. Do they have what it takes? Do my Red Sox have what it takes?
They have the pitching, and the funny thing about the Red Sox is everyone's just blasting them for sucking and for... It's like, well, if I was the GM of the Red Sox, I'd also be like, hey, guys, our best offensive player, Roman Anthony's missed most of the year, and our ace, Garrett Crochet, has missed both of the year. Like, I understand we haven't been great, but I feel like we kind of overlook the fact that Roman Anthony and Garrett Crochet have missed a lot of the year. They can pitch. I feel like the question, Simpson, you would know better than me, is just about scoring runs. I also, not to poo-poo, but this is the second straight year where they've gone on a streak going into the All-Star break.
Yes.
And historically, it seems like that's an easy time if you want to try hard to get some wins over teams that are maybe just looking forward to the break. I guess that's what I would say about that.
Last question for Grant Bilse, the host of the Wisco Sports Show, weekday afternoons from 4 until 6 p.m. on stations all across Wisconsin, including WKTY in La Crosse and Sports Talk 105.1 in Eau Claire. Grant Bilse, my question for you is, I have some sort of varmint living in my backyard. I discovered a hole in the ground between my shed and my fence yesterday when I moved my wheelbarrow. A lot of people have been texting in this morning, and most people, the consensus is that I have a woodchuck.
We think it's a primary entrance.
Or some sort of groundhog that lives there.
His complex underground tunneling system.
I have yet to visually see this thing actually in my yard. But I am leaving this afternoon for Rockfest, so this is a problem that'll be dealt with on Monday. If this was you in this situation, what are you doing in this situation if you have the same problem that I've got?
So I don't have a dog. You do.
Two.
So that would change things a little bit. I would Google. This is what I would do. Genuinely, I would learn about the animal, and I would decide if there are some pluses to having it around, like a possum, right?
Right. Eats ticks. Yep. All
Eats ticks. Yep. I would be more than happy to host a possum under my desk, and they're hilarious. My deck. They're hilarious looking too. Now, if you have a pet, it's a little different. I don't know what the pros and cons of a woodchuck are. I know they're everywhere if you hike around the marsh or like out on like the island beneath downtown. I don't know the official name. They're everywhere. They're harmless, but like, do they carry diseases?
Yeah, I don't want my dogs to end up
I would do my research.
Rabies.
Background
Yeah,
check.
I'd like to stay away from the rabies. If possible.
Well,
that
it sounds like they could do some damage to your shed.
Yeah. So are you trapping or are you eliminating? Because I have offers from people to come and trap this thing, and I'm of the mindset of maybe just pouring some dynamite down there.
Oh, well, that's going to damage. It's going to blow up your yard. Don't if someone. Yeah, I didn't even think about a live trap. Sure, live trap it and take it to. I don't know, take it wherever. Take it to the marsh. Take it to see its kind. They're everywhere in La Crosse. Take it up on the bluff so it can
drop it off somewhere else. Like, this is where you live now. You have to move.
Yeah.
Relocation program. It's a
sounds too humane.
Or shoot it. I don't know, man. But don't dynamite down the hole. That's just barbaric, and it probably also won't work.
Well, it has some tunnels. And
I also have a flamethrower that I haven't used yet. I got a flamethrower for my birthday, so I was thinking about shooting some flames down there.
It's got some escape routes and all of that. You know what I mean? It's prepared.
It doesn't build the tunnels with dynamite and flamethrowers in mind, but burrowing animals do have escape. That is kind of how they operate. So just have someone trap it. That's the nice part about your job, Simpson. The drawback is sometimes you go on a boat and people want to talk to you about, all of the things that you've ever said on the radio. A nice thing about what you do is you mention in passing on the radio that you have an animal in your backyard, and dozens of adoring listeners will offer to take care of it.
They're going to come trap it. That's what's going to happen.
It would be their pleasure.
Yes.
Yeah, then they know where I live, and the next thing you know, they're trying to come over for weekends, and I don't know. I'm trying to be in the Hamptons. Grant Bilse.
What's the Hamptons of La Crosse? Pettibone? Lawrence Lake? Or do you mean the actual Hamptons?
No. It's always good to talk to you, Grant. We'll talk to you next Tuesday, okay, buddy?
I want to be in the Hamptons, too, but we work in radio. See you guys. It's always a pleasure.
Bye, Grant.
The one and only Grant Bilse.
I guess I maybe would have tried to choke it down.
Good advice, I guess. The live trapping with somebody who's offering this.
I'm not getting into all that. I'm not going to get a trap. I'm not putting on special gloves. I'm not trying to mess around.
Other people do it, maybe, huh?
No, I'm not trying to do all that. I think fire will be sufficient.
Portable radio playing music near the entrance here. We got that. You can put a radio and some ammonia and a rag in there and see what happens.
Does this napkin smell like chloroform?
Hello.
Bad news, happy music is coming up next.
You just want to know who the starting shortstop.
Yeah, thanks, Grant.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. More from Brian and Gene is coming up.
Can I have everyone's attention?
There's news.
After 40 years, they still can't find Jimmy Hoffa.
That's what I'm talking about. There's good news.
My family is making a grant to eliminate their student loans.
And then there's bad news.
I have some bad news.
All the crazy shit happening all over the world, including Florida.
Florida man bites dog to establish dominance.
All right, y'all ready?
Every weekday morning at about 8:35, Brian and Gene hook your ass up. It's bad news.
Bad news.
With happy music.
Happy, happy, happy.
Brought to you by Dahl Toyota. Here we go.
Getting started in Portland, Oregon. A 31-year-old man named Daniel Vassie was completely naked when he tried to abduct a girl from a park.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Naked man arrested. Bystanders stepping in to stop him from kidnapping a 7-year-old girl. He was charged with attempted kidnapping, assault, harassment, and custodial interference. Police say the man was completely naked when he tried to abduct a young girl who was visiting with her family from out of state. Apparently, they were in the park, broad daylight. This guy grabbed her arm. Mom grabbed the other arm to try and keep her from getting abducted by this guy, this fully grown naked man.
In the middle of the day in a park.
Yes. The struggle over the girl was so significant that she was lifted off the ground, according to the police.
Yeah, you're not letting go if you're that mom.
Here's the best part. This is the best part. I wish they described this in better detail. The girl's father, mother, and several bystanders then intervened by punching, slapping, and pulling on Vassie.
Yeah, that guy.
One person pepper sprayed him.
Got his butt kicked.
Prompting him to let go of the girl and jump into the river, which was nearby. Police eventually arrived and arrested this guy after getting several calls about his unruly behavior. But yeah, wish there was a little bit more in-depth investigation into the beating that this guy took at the hands of the parents and the other people in the park. The only photo we've got of the situation is the cops have already got the cuffs on him. They got the handcuffs on him.
The post.
A little bit of a back shot, but no visible swelling or anything like that to his face. We're moving on now. We're going from Portland, Oregon to #Florida. This is in Gainesville, Florida. The police department responding to an incident at a pet supermarket. So like a Petco, PetSmart, whatever. It's called a pet supermarket. They got reports of a man recklessly pepper spraying multiple people in the store, including a family with young children.
It's just walking around spraying people in the face.
This guy is 75 years old. His name is Marshall Avner. He approached a family with 2 small children, asked them if they wanted to pet his dog.
And then he pepper sprayed them?
When the family ignored him, he asked the kids if they wanted to pet him instead.
Dude, what?
The father, of course, confronted this guy while the family began walking away. Avner then came back to the father 3 times to continue their argument and attempted to grab another child from a separate family.
Dude!
This guy was armed with a can of pepper spray before he started recklessly spraying it at the father, a pet supermarket employee, and a child before he got in his car and left the scene. Employees say that this guy is apparently a regular customer who was only inside the store for a couple of minutes before the situation escalated.
That guy needs to get arrested.
Yeah, don't worry. He did get arrested. He told officers he did not know why he made inappropriate statements towards the children, faces multiple charges of battery and child abuse. He's currently being held in the jail.
I don't know why
without
I
bond.
said those crazy things about kids and then pepper sprayed people.
Yeah.
This area is so safe. I just can't believe that happened here. I mean, I know, but things can happen anywhere. But that's terrible for families and the kids at a pet store.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Well, and to be a regular, was he on drugs? Did he?
I don't
did he
know
have a
why I
mental
said
lapse?
those crazy things about touching kids and them touching me.
Weird. A beaver that is apparently out for blood has attacked a couple of swimmers in a upstate New York vacation spot, prompting officials to issue a warning about rabid rodents in the area.
Nice beaver.
Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
They think it has rabies?
Never good when they refer to a beaver as out for blood, right? Because that's not really what beavers are all about. They're about, chewing on trees and making dams and swimming around. And Not
these
so
are
much
rabid,
with
they think, though?
Yeah, a guy named Brandon Shortsleeve said that he and his friend were both bitten by a beaver back on the 4th of July while out for a swim on Turtle Island, a small isle on the west coast of Lake George.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Well, this beaver made you bleed your own blood. He said the first time my friend ended up picking it up, it swam back at him. So we were like, okay, it's just out for blood. This is kind of like that one in New Jersey a couple weeks ago. Remember that with the people in the river and the beaver kept coming at him and they had to pick him up and yeet his ass? I just jumped in the water and then I grabbed whatever it was that was attacking and pulled it out. Stevenson said he was bitten multiple times by the beaver after he attempted to wrench it off of his friend who was freaking out while the beaver had attacked him. I was like, okay, this is a beaver. It ended up biting me a few times as I got it out of the water.
He's freaking out, man.
I got to keep a good grip on this thing. Then I just tossed him pretty far.
I'm going to take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
Yeah. Attack being investigated by the Department of Environmental Conservation. Discovered that a dead beaver with rabies was in the area 5 days later. So not sure if it's the same beaver, but now this guy's going to have to get all the rabies shots.
That's why he was freaking out.
Yeah. Got to do it, I guess, right? You got to go in there and get the stupid beaver.
Yeah, you do.
Last but not least, did you see the video of the DoorDash driver in Texas?
Ooh. He didn't meet the family dog, did he?
No. You feel bad for the person. I don't know if they can get a raise from DoorDash. I don't know if they can get like a commendation or something like that, or a medal or some sort of extra star. Can they get an extra star rating? How do you rank DoorDash guys? You get stars? Is that it? Yelp reviews? What do you do when you get a DoorDash?
I don't even know if there are you can't request certain drivers.
Yeah, no, but you rank them, right? You give them some sort of ranking on the app.
I don't even. Sure,
I've never DoorDashed, so I have no idea how it works. You've done this, right?
Yeah, we have, but
you order
it's
a
more
DoorDash
about the restaurant than it is the driver. At least what I've done, because you're not requesting a particular driver.
Well, this DoorDash driver might be getting specific requests because their dedication is unmatched.
Why would they do?
DoorDash driver in Houston, Texas, above and beyond the call of duty. A fleeing suspect's car hit her as she was getting out of her car during a police chase. So she's in her car delivering DoorDash food. She gets to the stop. She's getting out of her car. A police chase is coming by. The suspect in the police chase hits her. She still gets up and delivers the food.
Oh.
Somebody caught the whole thing on video, by the way. Houston police pursuing the gray car. And before being apprehended, the suspect reportedly fled on foot after striking the driver and then tried to hide in the backyards of several nearby houses. The DoorDash driver, who declined to reveal her identity, said that she's in quite a bit of pain after the crash, but said that she did not have any broken bones. She added that she's considering making a claim against the insurer of the car who hit her.
The guy went between my house and the next door, and he jumped the fence while the police is right behind him. Maybe somebody could reward her or something. Poor lady. At the end of the day, she did deliver the food, though.
Yeah, she did. Takes her job very seriously.
I'm up.
These people need their fries. They need their fries, Gene.
Dust it off and get the food up.
The woman who recorded the video, her name is Lily. She said, I was on the phone with my husband. I heard a crash. So I'm like, wait a minute. I heard something from the police. When he came out my front door, I think it was a HPD parked on my mulch. Like, what happened here? Yeah, so this DoorDash driver getting out of her car, trying to make a delivery for these delicious tacos or whatever the hell she had in her bag.
Some ribs?
Yeah,
Riblets?
I don't know.
Riblets, maybe?
Got
Chicken
run over.
sandwiches? Got run over and said, you know what? I've got it. This food's got to get delivered.
We got about 1 million text messages today. Obviously, a lot of them referring to my woodchuck issue. I'm not sure who this is from. Looks like Zach. Zach said, I DoorDash for a living. You can't request a driver. You can only rate them and make comments in the rating. Unfortunately, DoorDash won't give him a raise. It's only based off the order total and the tip. So, yeah. Well, maybe they need to rethink that because this woman apparently cares a lot about her customers.
She is dedicated to get that food to hungry people.
Eric texting in. You can also fill the hole with carbon monoxide by piping your lawnmower exhaust in there. But for real, you can always call DeBoer Pest Control. I run their wildlife trapping program. They'll get someone out there. Oh, yeah, and then he sent in a picture of Zombievers. I saw that movie. It was really bad. Thank you, Eric. You guys do great work at our house for our box elder bugs that we get sprayed every fall. We haven't seen them since. So maybe I'll take him up on that. Jeremy texting in saying, I used to live by the railroad tracks in South La Crosse, which is exactly where we
you
live.
live. Yeah.
Got a lot of gopher holes. Put on a heavy pair of boots, put a hose in the hole, and cover the rest of the hole with your boot. Sooner or later, it'll either pop out of another hole or you'll feel tapping at the bottom of your boot. Hold your foot there until the tapping stops. Probably not PETA approved, but it works. Look, I don't give a rat's ass about PETA or killing animals in my yard. It doesn't affect me in the least bit. This animal is a varmint. It has no business being in my yard. And there's plenty of them to go around. Now, if this was an endangered animal of some sort, if it was on a DNR list, I would give a rat's ass. And even then, I'd still kill it. Thank you, though,
you don't know. You might be able to get the people to come trap it and do the ammonia or some portable radio, and you're going to blast it out with Metallica. I don't know.
Oh, we're doing psychological warfare here?
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing? We're going to Afghanistan?
Yes.
All right. Cheryl texting in saying, Brian, you need to set up a trail camera to confirm what creature is digging in your yard. No, I don't. I know there's a creature, and I got to get him out. Benjamin texting in saying, you need to pee around the hole to establish dominance.
Please. All of these things have to happen. Every single one of them.
That'll be when the rabid woodchuck decides to come out while I'm exposed. My neighbor Sue will be back there mowing her lawn. Like, what's going on over there? Nothing, Sue. I got a varmint.
Just leave it alone.
I'm taking care of this beaver over here.
I got a land squirrel.
Shannon says you got a
whistling pig. I gotta pee in its hole.
Shannon said you got to Caddyshack that thing. Somebody else said set the trap, lay it over the hole with the trigger up. Next time it tries to go in or out of the hole, it's dead. No explosions, no fire blowing back into your face. Yeah. Again, this is a Monday problem on a Tuesday afternoon because I'm gone.
You're leaving.
I'm leaving in just a couple hours. I'm out of here, and I'm gone for the rest of the week to Cadott. So that thing can have at it. It can enjoy the backyard, the comforts of home.
It's going to have some friends over while you guys are gone.
That's
Kick
fine.
back.
But then it's all
party time.
It's all business on Monday.
Multi-tunnels.
All business on Monday. All business.
That's what it is. It's going to nap. It's going to eat. It's going to nap.
Do they make like a big giant mouse trap for these things like they do for little mice for your garage?
No, it's more like a live trap.
It's a cage, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to live it. I want to kill it.
Well, other people sound like they'll live it for you.
I don't want to live it. I want to kill it. Snap its neck with a good old bop.
I want you to start on the list and just work your way down with like the litter and then the peeing and then the sound, like a radio.
Well, I'll probably do the litter today since we'll have some litter when I get home. We'll see what the situation is back there. Maybe the sand was enough to...
you filled the hole?
Maybe it was enough to chase them off. I don't know. I don't know, Gene. Either way, on Monday, this thing is getting out. It's going to be gone. Come hell or high water.